1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Hello. Sound. And video. 260. Hello. Hi. Hi, this is Trevor. Stanford just handed me the phone. I'm good. Yeah. Nice to meet you too. Are you hearing him? Or are you able to hear him? Or is he talking now with the headset on? Okay. Good.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. There we go. We seem to have sound in the phone. We got sound on the screen. We should be hearing it. Good. The ambient. Pardon me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Hang on. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Test, 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 test. Testing. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hello. Testing, testing. Okay, what do you got now? Sorry. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. We're going to check and see. We should have the camera sound off. We should have the camera sound off, the mic on, and the ambient arena mic should be relatively contained at this point. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. We're going to check and see. We should have the camera sound off. We should have the camera sound off, the mic on, and the ambient arena mic should be relatively contained at this point. Okay, thank you. I'm going to hang up and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the 2024 IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship. I'm Steven Stamp. It has been an exciting weekend, and now we have live commentary ready to roll for the semifinal of this U16 tournament. And we have Canada wearing their whites back on the floor. They had a game just a little earlier today, and they were playing the U.S. They went into that game with a 5-goal edge. It was a round-robin tournament with Canada, the U.S., and Poland. Poland had come third, so they were automatically in this semifinal. Canada had beaten the U.S. in the first time they played by 5 goals. So in today's earlier game, as long as Canada could win or lose by fewer than 5, and then they would advance. But the U.S. came flying out, got like an 8-1 lead. If you were watching that, it was unbelievable. Canada tried to battle back, but they just were not able to make it far enough back. The U.S. won by a bunch of goals, and that has wound up putting Canada back on the floor today when they were expecting, I'm sure, with that edge, to be able to go straight on to the final tomorrow, which will be at noon, the first game of the day. On the other side of the floor, we have Poland. As we mentioned, they have lost their 4 games in the round robin, lost to the U.S. and Canada both times. They have had some really strong stretches. They have not had consistently successful play. They have lost by fairly large margins, but getting generally closer, getting more competitive. The big edge, of course, now is that for Poland, they are playing their first game of the day. Their last game that this team played was yesterday, actually against Canada at 3 p.m. So they are 27 hours since their last game, whereas Canada is approximately 4 hours since they finished their last game. Big difference. We're going to see how much impact it plays. Nadir Ghul and Caden Guillaume taking the opening face-off. They will be out there for a lot of them. Guillaume is out there all the time for Poland. He is a beast at the face-off dot. Ghul will alternate. You'll see some other Canadians hopping in there occasionally, but Ghul is the primary taker. And we have just had the sun come out. You will notice the light has changed substantially. We'll stay on it, but let us know, and we will try to keep it. It's an indoor-outdoor venue. It's an open-air rink with the roof. So the sun at this time of the afternoon comes in from the side, and you can obviously see that right now. We're going to turn our exposure down a little bit and get that balance out and try and get the light a little more contained. We're going to take off the automatic back balance. And we're going to see how things go. The sun has come and gone today. We had some rain this morning. We had bright sun for a while after that. We had hammering rain during the last game. Then we had sun. Then we had rain. How many more cycles? We had a lot of cycles. Anyway, it is exciting. We are ready to go here with the first semifinal of the week. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to see as we have the U16s going on, we have the U18s going on, and we have the first ever IIJL Women's World Junior Championship. Canada and Australia playing a 4-game series. That has been fantastic. There's going to be more of that tomorrow, and we're going to talk about that. But for right now, we are ready to roll. U16 semifinals, Canada in the white, Poland in the red. They're underway. Guillaume pulls it back, picks it up himself, and takes possession for Poland. He'll hand it off there. Colin Kostel comes ahead. And the Poles setting up shop in the offensive zone for the first possession of this semifinal. Joshua Tuchinski passed it off. Hunter Kurzelek will toss it back across. He's going to set a pick, and Owen Pluniak will drop the ball and run out of time to get a shot off. So he's going to just throw it down by the goalkeeper. That is Charlie Graham starting between the pipes for Canada. At the other end of the floor, we see Ethan Cole starting for Poland. Canada with their first offensive set. Brody Boyd made that pass. Didn't connect, but Ibsen does come up with it. That's Bryder Ibsen, who's a player of the game for one of these games, had an electric game. That was Rudneski going after that. Eric Rudneski was actually Canada's player of the game in their contest earlier today against the United States. He's number 71 for Canada, and pulling it forward now was Kurzelek for the Poles. The ball is loose on the floor, and Rudneski's getting a little zealous on the... Oh, no. It's going the other way. It's going to be a loose ball push on Poland. Great pass ahead. It's caught by Connor McKellar, but he was hit as soon as he turned around, and the ball is loose. Big collision there. Eustace getting a bump in. He goes and gets the ball. Kaysen Eustace hands it off there for Joshua Bell. Davies thought that one was coming to him. It was not. And Eustace will pull it down. Now he's going to fire a low shot. That bounced off a Poland defender. I believe that was Caden Hayes. Yeah, that was Caden Hayes, because you can see him limping on his way to the bench. And Poland is going to get the possession on a 30-second violation by Canada. So far, not really any shots on net. Nothing you would consider a scoring chance. That ball is just rolling along the floor. Rolls all the way, and that was a shot on net, but Charlie Graham obviously not too much trouble with it. The long outlet pass just a little bit too far for Adam Cowett. Look for goal. Now he's thinking dunk, but he stepped on the crease. Turns it over. Here comes Poland. Poland with some good energy after their day of rest. Colin Kostel hands it off, and we'll get the rest of the O out. Caleb Hubert to the cross, and this is Joshua Tuchinski. It's going to be an illegal pick. We've seen a lot of those. That outlet pass, this one connects. McKellar, nice toe drag. He's going to shoot. It scores. Initial stop by Ethan Cole, but then it just trickles through, and we've got ourselves the first goal of the game, and it goes to Canada. They're up 1-0. And there we have it up on the board. We are in the first period. We went to 5 periods last one. We went to overtime in the U18 game just before this, Canada and the U.S. What a thriller that was. Here's Canada looking for more, and they get it. Right there, Eustace on the run. He is on fire early in this game, and he makes it 2-0 Canada. Nothing for a while going on scoring-wise, and now back-to-back goals a matter of seconds apart. And the Canadians go ahead. Again, the winner of this game will play tomorrow in the championship. They will be facing the United States. The big winners earlier in the day. That game goes at noon Eastern, live on the U16 Championship YouTube page. Just look up IIJL. Here's a chance on the run for Guillaume. Tries to get it back, steps in the crease. He can't go and play that one. But nobody gets to it. Is swatted away there. And Canada's going to take it. A long outlet pass to Rudneski. He buries one on the run. And Canada is rolling now. Another draw goal up there against Guillaume. Cowett has it. He's got Davies with him. Oh, nice pass through, a little bit low. He had to feed it through the sticks of the Polish defenders, and that made it a bit tricky to catch. It bounces away, and Findlay will hand it off there. Miller Beck passing it back to him, and there's Ibsen. His pass to Davies doesn't quite connect. Canada, though, maintains possession with 10 on the shot clock. There's a hard shot from Ibsen, but that is handled by Ethan Cole. Thanks for being with us, Lacrosse friends. I am Steven Stamp. This is the IIJL World U16 Championship semifinal / bronze medal game with 3 teams in the pool. Long outlet pass for Rudneski, making like a wide receiver, turning over the one shoulder, had to go back to the other as the pass from Graham was over his left shoulder. He almost got it, but it did bounce down to Cole, who gets it forward. And here come the Poles. Drive to the net, and Graham's going to bounce out and try and slash down on it, but it got through. Kurzelek fighting for it along the boards. No, it's still down on the floor. One of his red-clad teammates is going after it, and the 30-second clock is going to run out before Caleb Hubert can get it, and Canada will come forward. Outlet pass there from Rudneski up to Caleb Gauthier, who has been, I would venture to say, the best player in this U16 tournament. He has been outstanding, playing primarily a D-transition role, stays for some forward. There's a long outside shot that's going to get Gauthier an assist, but the real star of that one, of course, Brody Boyd with that rip from downtown, making it 4-0 for Canada. Gould and Guillaume back to the dot. Clark forechecking, nice hustle to get back there from Charlie Macy and get the ball, but then he loses it. And it takes a pretty big swing at Clark, who passes it out. Hard sidearm rip. That one was blocked out front from the stick of Coet. Here comes Guillaume. Guillaume, who's just been the heartbeat of this Polish club, battling out there. He's gritty. He takes every face-off, wins a ton of them, and just plays a pretty tenacious role for this club. We go over to the far side to Tuchinski. Big battle along the boards, and Tulk will just pin his man. That's Austin Tulk, number 6 for Canada. He was almost a little too casual coming forward. As you can see the hustle chasing him back by that Polish defender. Rudneski hands it off, and Findlay keeps it moving. Canada keeping the ball hot. Davies sees a lane he likes, shot it. That goes off the hand of Colin Costal. He shakes it off. That shot from outside is somewhere in the gear of Ethan Cole. He's trying to get everything settled, and running forward is Kostel. He'll pull up and hand it off there for Kurzelek. Pluniak hands it to Tuchinski. As Poland's going to try and get something rolling here. They want to try and take advantage of this tired Canadian club. Are they tired? They don't look too tired so far. Certainly they were frustrated after their previous game. They felt like they had a good situation and just did not play well at all. Physically, mentally, just was not their game for sure. Here's Gauthier, pass across. Boyd thought about a shot, I think, from the top. Eustace now is going to come into some space and rip one. That's swallowed up by Cole. He thought it might be behind him. It was not. It's grabbed there by Kurzelek. Nice little duck to the left. He's looking for the outlet pass. Waits until it's available, and then it's just not caught on the fly there. And that one may be turned over. Some forecheck pressure, though, coming from Jackson Pragle. And a pretty heads-up job to hand it off there from Connor McKellar. They get it up to Gauthier. He and Rudneski are a dangerous pair here on the left side. Finley gave it off, and that's Ibsen with a hard rip. Nice angle for us to see it from up here in the booth, but it was wide. Finley rips one, scores with just a couple seconds left on the 30-second clock. And a blast from downtown there by Parker Finley. And it's 5-0 for Canada. I mentioned that Canada would rotate out their face-off guys a bit. So is Poland. That's Cooper Kennedy for Canada in the 13. Wearing number 9 for Poland is a bit of a mystery, to be honest. We'll figure it out. Howett hands it off to Veris. And Canada keeps things moving. Veris, he had a lane. He almost couldn't believe it when he saw it. Hesitated and the lane went away, so he passes across and there's a shot by Boyd. That one bounces off the boards into the backside of the Polish net. And Ethan Cole being very cautious not to drop that ball into his net. We had a situation like that in the last game where the U.S. keeper went to make to throw a pass, and the ball just rolled away from him and went about 2 inches over the goal line for a very unfortunate goal, which was critical as it turned out. As that game went to overtime, Canada won that one 18-17 to advance to the U18 final. That will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. That should be a dandy. The U.S. will have another chance to get there as they'll play Poland in the game following this for the other berth in the U18 championship game. We don't have the women playing today. They've played the last 3 nights. They'll wrap things up tomorrow at 6. That pass was knocked down. Nice job by Wagner. Nicholas Wagner running, makes the pass out, but can't quite connect with Hubert. Hubert still battling, comes up with it, but it pops away. Nobody able to pick that one up. They got one of the slippery balls out there, it would appear. Here's Tuchinski. His low pass knocked aside by Tulk, pops into the crease, and Graham comes up with it. Graham looking up the floor, nothing was there, so he makes a very short pass, almost just dropping the ball for Rudneski, who tosses it ahead. And here's Joshua Bell. Hard rip by Davies. That's swallowed up by Cole. He's looking up the floor. He doesn't like the short pass. He's trying to get somebody to go. He's had some frustration during the week where he just wants guys to go and get open, and sometimes gets a little, gets himself in some trouble, I think, by getting too fired up. Diving dunk attempt by Tuchinski. That one stopped, and Graham has a man up the floor. Connects with McKellar, who's going to get over to his side. Should have waited. He had a couple more steps. I think McKellar didn't realize how much time he had. He needed to drag Cole off of that post. Instead, tried to just kind of bang it through. Cole with a nice save. Canada back to the offensive set. And here's McKellar. Pops away from Veras, but he gets there first. Wagner right out on top of him. Down into the corner to Miller-Beck. Finley tried to grab it behind the net. Ethan Cole has turned completely around, facing the boards behind him, and not a very orthodox approach, but he and Stephen Wright, the other Poland goalkeepers, both fairly young. I mean, this is a U16 tournament, both relatively new, developing in the position. There's a diving attempt. That's a crease violation as Miller-Beck stepped on the white line surrounding the goal. Don't think there was much question there. That was the correct call. Nice little finish, reaching out and tapping it home, potting it. That ball gets away, rolls into the corner, snagged by Fabian Hall. Hall, nice outlet pass, finds Rudneski, and he'll get off for a change. Rudneski on the run. Got Austin Tulk with him. Tulk trying to get in on the offense, the defender. I heard them last game yelling at him, saying, "You're a defender, get off the floor." He stayed up for a transition shift that time and almost managed to get a goal for Canada, who lead 5-0 with 3 to go. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Big check by Fabian Hall. He was all over Hubert. Kaczynski comes away with it. Gauthier out on him. 3 seconds to shoot, so the Poles will fire one from downtown. Graham had no trouble with that, and he's going to toss one up just over center to Gauthier. Gauthier's got Boyd coming off the bench. Pulls it down, goes to the net, shoots. Oh, beautiful bouncer. Toe drag to the high overhead, bouncing it perfectly just under the crossbar. Those are the ones that feel good even when you just get them in practice or in warm up or just shooting around on the floor and you get it to go in like that with no goalie. That's a gorgeous shot with the goaltender between the pipes, and it is 6-0. Gauthier on the board. Canada takes a 6-0 lead. We've got Gould and, we don't have Guillaume back. We have Gould and number 9. Dueling nines for this faceoff. Gould comes away with it. Almost found Bell. The pass was there, but it just bounced away from Joshua Bell. Redneski can't grab it. Oh, yes, he can. With one hand, pretty snazzy, but it's knocked away, and Marky Seneca has it. Seneca fights through a check from Reed Davies and sets up into the offensive zone. They've got a man. Nice pass ahead. Pretty good sidearm shot from number 8. Boy, that lane was wide open. The pass got through, and away we go. Clark couldn't handle that pass. He's going to go back to Davies, who'd thrown it to him, and Findlay was popping open, but the ball was dropped, so Findlay was covered up again. Now he's going to get the pass, wearing those salmon-colored shoes, and he will come out. There's going to be an illegal pick called on Eustace. This is a theme we've heard. If you can hear the coaches, don't touch it. Your defender just come off, let the forwards come on and get the ball. Just hustle off so we can make our change. Kaczynski has it up at the top. Toe drag, gets through, tries another one. Kind of dangling it out there in one hand, stopped by Graham. And we're going to have a back-in call on Canada, grabbing the ball, then stepping in the crease. It will be with 1:17 to go in the first. Canada up 6-0. Poland with possession. They're getting excited. They're trying to get the energy up on the bench. So one thing, Canada, having played, again, a few hours ago, definitely warmed up for the day. That shot is blocked by Fabian Hall. Check the ball because he looks fine. See if it's hurt. Gauthier, nice sidearm pass. Oh, he wants that one back. That was Michael Baraniecki. And, I think he would rather. I think it's Baraniecki, and I spelled it wrong. That's my guess. I think it's just a typo by me on the sheet, but it's scooped up there by Colin Costal, and he is circling, trying to find somebody to get the ball to, as we're into the final 33 seconds of the first quarter. 20-19 on the shot clock, so about an 11-second difference. So Poland can't wait for a last shot here, and it's too late to go for a 2-for-1, so they're just going to see what they can manufacture in the final 8 seconds of their shot clock. They get a pretty decent opportunity there, but it is stopped or never even got to Graham. It's going to be grabbed here by McKellar with 12 seconds. He's got lots of time. Now he did the same thing. He stayed on his offside, didn't get across and dragged Kolek over. Connor McKellar, you got to create the chances for yourself. All kinds of forecheck pressure by Canada to keep the Poles in their own end. We are through 15 minutes of play. It is 6-0 for Canada. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the IIJL World U16 Bronze Medal Game / semifinal right after this. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2024 IIJL World U16 Championship. It is the bronze medal / semifinal game. So again, 3 teams in this event. There's Canada, the United States, and Poland. The United States finished first in the round robin. They will play in the championship game tomorrow. That one at 12 noon Eastern time. Hope you can join us for that. They will be playing the winner of this game. The loser of this game will get the bronze medal. Barely avoiding it over and back there was Poland, but now it's turned over and Radneski will flip it ahead to Gauthier. What a catch, Caleb Gauthier. I thought he was getting loaded up for the behind the back there. That could have been pretty spectacular. He hands it off instead, goes for a change as Findlay takes this ball. Oh, that is a rip from Ibsen. Dead sidearm around the defender. Sneaks it through and makes it 7-0. Kennedy again for Canada on the draw. He is out against Guillaume. Guillaume pulls it back. It's snagged there by Charlie Macy. And Macy goes to the ground but manages to hang on to the ball. He's tossing it up to us. Actually goes off the boards. We had one that almost got up into the booth the other night. Trevor Butts, who was on camera, reached out, snagged it. No, I'm just kidding. He cowered in fear and was glad that it didn't quite catch him. He's nodding. He's saying, kind of. But no, it came up pretty close to us. But the odd ball does come flying up. We're right on top of the action in this great facility. Eustace catches it, spins, shoots, save. That is Stephen right between the pipes. The poles alternating quarter by quarter. Canada has remained with Charlie Graham. I believe they'll bring Caleb Jenkins in next half. He is on the bench right now running the D-door. But Stephen Wright was the Polish player of the game in their first game of the tournament. He had some spectacular saves. He had some runs that were just unbelievable. Eventually did get figured out by Canada in that game. It's pretty good, though. He's in there now, and Poland, number 8, with possession. Gauthier all over him. Gauthier's been a tenacious defender, as he shows there. And he is an absolute fiend in transition. But this time, it's going to be another couple of Canadians with the chance. Oh, that's a great trail check there. Love that play by Marky Seneca because that took away the wide open look. Oh, what a great save. Stephen Wright on the rebound. Spun around, was looking for the ball, realized where the shot was coming and snags it. I love the trail check by Seneca because the Canadians had a great break. But the pass from Nadir Gul was knocked astray by the stick-on-stick trail check. That bouncer doesn't quite connect. It was a bit high for Jackson Pragle. Hubert's hard shot grabbed off the backboards by Tuchinski, and that's going to be a fresh 30 as it bounced off the leg, and it's a goal. How did that go in? I have no idea what just happened there. I'm not going to lie. I did not see what happened. You can just click the arrow on YouTube and go back. I'm going to watch now. Okay, it bounced off the... Oh, my goodness. He goes around the world. Now, was he not behind the goal line, though? Gets it. Yeah, that shouldn't have counted, but I say let it count. Gorgeous play by Tuchinski. Joshua Tuchinski. Yeah, the head of the stick, for anyone who's not familiar with the rule, has to be ahead of the goal line. It has to be on the floor side of the goal line, not the board side, when the ball is released. And I don't think that was. I think he just wrapped it around it. Maybe it was. Let's say it was, because the ref was right there in position. We're way up here. That was fantastic. What a shot. It's 7-1. The Poles get on the board, and they're looking to continue pushing. Guillaume with the face-off win, hands it off, and Caleb Hubert is going to see what he can do. Turf Monster jumped up and bit one of the Polish players, but maybe he was just setting up the Canadians because he fell, popped up, and got the pass, but that gets away, and here comes McKellar. He's on his correct side and stopped again, this time by Wright. That was a better chance, a better shot, but Wright was equal to the task. Marky Seneca lobs it ahead. It's a little high for Nicholas Wagner, and it's going to be grabbed there by Graham. Takes the short outlet pass. Gould thought about throwing it ahead. Wasn't there. Still not there. Now the lane is open. Beck. Over to Eustace. Continue on. That's Eric Clark, number 10, with the tape message on the bottom of his face mask. Actually, a few of the players have it. That hard rip from Ibsen goes wide. Tuchinski is going to pick this one up in the corner. Can't quite connect on that pass. Ball bouncing around. It's picked up. Sidearm rip, foot save. Huge battle in front of the crease. Ball just kind of bouncing around. Tuchinski gets it. They've got 12 left on the shot clock. Goes back door. Nice opportunity. Foot save again by Graham. Great chance there. Nice opportunity. Nice effort by Jackson Pragle with that shot. Several of these Poland team players have played for the club before through the last few years. Not too many of the U16s, obviously, because they age out into the U18, but we're seeing players move on. And there are a bunch of players who have come through this IIJL Poland program who are now representing Poland this fall at the World Lacrosse Box Championship in Utica, New York. That'll be September 20th to 29th. Tyler Volodka, who actually started his Polish journey with the Poland IIJL team when he discovered his Polish heritage. That's a fascinating one we'll get to. There's a save by Stephen Wright. And the outlet pass to Kolodka, who wasn't sure about his heritage because where his grandfather was born was a disputed area around World War II with the borders moving. That eventually it turned out his grandfather was Polish, born in Poland. Oh, what a shot from the outside. Davies drops the head of the stick, fires it in. Now, who is getting the penalty? Okay, it's 15 for Poland. Charlie Macy they're both going to go. No, it's Reed. No goal. I thought it had to be a no goal because play was blown down. So
on Canada, number 24.
Didn't quite catch what the call was. Oh, there it is, right there. It was just being given. What was it, Trevor? Slashing call to Canada's. Where did he go? Reed Davies, yes. So Reed Davies slashes to get himself open, takes the pass, and then puts the ball in. Okay, and the Canadian coach is just checking with the official. Oh, maybe the goal did count. Let's double check this. I think we're saying it was after the goal. So Canada's goal counts, that goal scored by Reed Davies, and then the penalty comes on a slash after the goal. So that's why the goal goes up, and then maybe not. Yeah, so that makes it 8-1 with that Davies goal, and then the penalty is after the goal. So that one counts. It becomes 8-1. Poland goes to the power play, and they will start up top with Jackson Pragle trying to pass it over to Tuchinski. Tuchinski trying to grab it there and Tulk all over him. Graham snags it in his crease. Cowett, nice job to get ahead there. You can hear Gould calling at him for Adam Cowett. He's just great communication by the pair of Canadian defenders to get themselves forward. Gauthier, all kinds of moves, and he's going to run back out as they are on the penalty kill. He'll let some more time tick away. He's going for a change. And Rudneski's going to head out for him and head into the defensive zone as Poland takes over the ball. Bounced ahead to Pragle. Tuchinski joining him. Backdoor pass attempt. It's tipped away as Seneca was trying to get it. It is scooped up by the Poles, so they maintain possession with a dozen seconds left on their shot clock. Seneca. Sorry, Pragal. Tuchinski. That one gets pretty steep from the big guy. And up into the netting just in front of the building at the end. A beautiful building in this lovely facility here, the Classic Rink in East Aurora, New York. Got the old Bandits turf from just down the road laid down on the floor. It is a pretty great spot for these U16s to be playing. I believe they're already booked in for next year to come back. Looking forward to seeing that one. But right now, of course, we're trying to determine who goes to the gold medal game to play the U.S. And Clark will just try to swat that one back, avoid the over and back. And the Poles have a wide open lane. It's a 2-on-0. That's a nice save by Charlie Graham on a great chance for Charlie Macy. Macy went through the crease, picks it up, and we'll toss it over to Rudneski as Canada takes the ball. And here's Gauthier, nobody near him. He's got lots of time to think, decide, shoot, but the save by Stephen Wright. I'm telling you, this kid is sharp. Can be a little unorthodox. You see a bit of the head of the stick kind of coming forward and up as he steps or hops into saves. But boy, he is a very athletic young goalie, and he's really, you can see him working to get his positioning working, to get his fundamentals down. But he's still, as so many young players do. Oh, there's a goal. What a finish on the back door. Marky Seneca. Lovely pass across to him. And Seneca on the back door taps it home off the far post. That is just so well placed. Seneca drifts in, gets left entirely alone. Canada has 5 defenders on one side of the floor across from where Seneca is lurking on the back door. And he just hammers it home. I was saying Stephen Wright, like so many young players, going with instinct and just natural athletic ability when the fundamentals get away. But he is improving. You can see the work he's putting in. That's going to be no call. So Canada takes possession. And McKellar forward tries to get to Talk. That's a little bit high. He will be the first guy to get there. We can't pick it up, and he is pasted into the boards from behind. Pasted's a bit strong. Bumped into the boards from behind. It'll be Canada possession over in the corner. We're past the midway point of the second quarter. It's 8-2 Canada. Forgot to put up that last goal for the Poles. There we go. Smells like beef stew here. It's only relevant because I'm really hungry. Here's a pass over to Beck. Tries to pull it down. Nice defense. Team defense by the Poles. Oh, what's the back end? Almost, yeah, it was a back end. Flirting with disaster, and disaster arrived. Beck takes this one, flicks it down. Driving to the net, Eustace tried to reach out and tuck it home far side. Another save by Wright. That shot well wide. Ibsen's going to grab it off the far board. Still lots of time, 18 on the shot clock. Ibsen only needs about one of those 18 seconds. He drops the head of the 6 sidearm again, shoots around a defender again, and scores again to make it 9-2 for Canada over Poland with 6:08 to play in the first half. Again, Poland lost all 4 of their round-robin games, has put them in this semifinal matchup. Canada won their first 3, beat Poland twice, beat the U.S. by 5 goals in their first matchup in the round-robin. In the second of the double round-robin, though, earlier today, the noon game, the U.S. came back and beat Canada handily to more than make up that 5-goal difference. U.S. advances to the gold medal game tomorrow at noon. They'll face the winner of this game. At this point, Canada obviously in a pretty strong position. There's a lot of time left, though. 35 minutes to go. Hard shot. McKellar is just going to head to the bench. You could hear how much that impacted him. What a tap-ahead play. Gauthier breaking in. Scores. Beautiful finish. And what a great play by Adam Cowett. That was very cool as he just taps it ahead. Love that heads-up play. Cowett was kind of fighting with a bunch of poles and just goosed it ahead. That's the Graham Hossick goose that he had started, the multi-time NLL Defender of the Year, who started kind of a new thing in the last season or so where he would just, instead of trying to pick the ball up, he'd just kind of tap it ahead, goose it ahead, as it were. Cowett applies the Hossick goose, and it leads to a goal for Caleb Gauthier. Well, this is a long face-off battle. It's actually Rudneski taking it for Canada, and he's going to come away with possession. Now, is he using someone's face-off twig? Because if so, will he even be able to throw the ball with it? Or did he just use his regular stick? We're going to check when he goes back to the bench. No, he was just exposing his regular stick to the grueling task of taking face-offs. That shot off the crossbar will bounce all the way back down into the Canadian zone. We're just under 5 minutes to go in the first half here. There's a shot from the outside. That one's stopped by Wright. Pulled back by Guillaume, and he's going to take off. Here's a chance. Guillaume just misses. Oh, what a glorious opportunity. Fabian Hall with the outlet pass. Cowett runs ahead. It's going to be Rudneski tracking the ball down in the corner. Rudneski's going to slow things down a little bit. It's 10-2 for Canada with 4:12 to go in the first quarter. In the second quarter. See, it says second quarter right up at the top. Ibsen hustles back to get that one. It wasn't an over and back because it went off of the goaltender. Now Ibsen looking for the hat trick, and this time we're going to have an illegal pick called on Canada. They're going to have to put the ball down, and Poland will run forward. Poland up into the offensive zone. Rudneski takes a big bump from Tuchinski. Bounces back up off the boards. Here's Tuchinski. On Pluniak, nice little sidearm shot over for the far corner. Just missed it. It's grabbed there. That was a big check on the forecheck by Marky Seneca, and that caused the Canadian pass to go astray. And it took a while, but they will recover possession, or will they? Marky Seneca still battling for it. He's the one who caused that difficulty for Canada getting the possession up and forward. There's 11 seconds on the shot clock. That would be Canada's 30. Oh, no, they're getting a fresh 30. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, Poland's asking why was that reset, and that's a great question. It shouldn't have been, I don't think. So Canada should by now have run out of time in the 30. Of course, they're just playing the clock they're given. Oh, no, and now they are going to blow down the 30. So somebody was counting. After the inadvertent reset, and with 2:40 to go in the first half, Canada remains ahead 10-2 on Poland. Tuchinski with the ball. Tuchinski trying to fight through. Fabian Hall has been just a brick wall defensively. Nobody is getting by him. Tuchinski is going to test that wall. He's going to be heading to the far side as Hall stays on his side. That's going to be an over and back, but Cowett is going to go after it. He grabs the ball, and he'll peel out. Didn't like the lane. Wise decision. They find Boyd. Boyd will toss it over as Eric Clark drops a pass for Reed Davies. Davies back to Clark. I'm kind of handcuffed him. Pretty good defensive effort there, defensive positioning, at least by number 9 for Poland. And here they come forward. Caleb Hubert with the long pass. Nice catch by Jackson Pragal. Oh, he can't quite connect with number 8. And here's Gauthier loping towards the net. He's going to peel out with a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Post-game, we will have player of the game presentations to each team, one player from each team. Those presented by Gearfire. There's a pass out to Beck. He catches it. 6 on the shot clock, and he bounces one. What a beautiful finish. Miller Beck. Nice little sidearm sweep shot. Almost casual in the way he approached it. The catch was the really impressive part, is he had to go up, and turn his back to and get it. Gearfire is the proud sponsor of the IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship Bronze Medal Ceremony. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. Gearfire will bring you the bronze medal presentation post-game, and we'll have the Player of the Game awards as well. Loose ball push. That ball bounces into the corner where Tuchinski gets it. We're in the final minute of the first half. Oh, Tuchinski took a shot off the back of the goaltender. And yeah, he's going to get a penalty. I was going to say he's lucky he didn't get penalized, but that's definitely a penalty. It's unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe, will be the call. As he ripped it off the back of the goalie. There's no protection back there. No, they're calling an illegal cross-check. You could get one for shooting at the back of the goalie, I think. No, maybe not. I don't know. Definitely not a popular move with goaltenders. Whether it's technically illegal or not, they don't like it. Some hate it more than others. I've experienced a Masters goalie who threatened to leave because somebody took one of those shots. Not a hard shot, just kind of a playful little behind the net one, but he was like, you do that again and I'm out of here. Hard to blame him. Not protected back there. There's Ibsen. Hands it off. It is a power play for Canada. 33 left in the half. That one gets away. Ibsen thought about ripping it. Goes to Davies. Comes back to him. 6 on the shot clock. He will fire. Saved by Stephen Wright. Scooped up in the crease by Charlie Macy. And he's going to flick one ahead. Oh, right idea. But I don't think Aiden McLeod was really expecting it. It goes to Graham. And Canada could have the last opportunity of the half. Just a few seconds left. There's going to be a battle along the boards, and nobody's even going to get to pick up the ball. And we will go to halftime with Canada leading 11-2 in this bronze medal / semifinal game of the 2024 IIJL U16 World Championship. And the host for this tournament is U.S. Indoor Lacrosse. USA Indoor Lacrosse is a company for the sport of box lacrosse in the United States. As a founding member of the IIJL, USA Indoor Lacrosse is an organization that promotes the culture of indoor lacrosse by creating opportunities for lacrosse players, teams, coaches, and referees of all backgrounds to participate and advance in the sport. The opportunities come from participating in international and national events, and they're brought to you this game by Gearfire. We're going to be back in 10 minutes with the second half of this IIJL World U16s in East Aurora at the Classic Rink. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2024 IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship here at the Classic Rink in East Aurora, Buffalo. I'm Steven Stamp. On camera is Trevor Butts, and we are just about ready to roll with the third quarter. Canada leading 11-2. We've got some updates on the Polish roster. We had the incorrect roster earlier, so there are a few changes. First of all, Ethan Cole is back in net. That's not a change in the roster. That's just the alternating between he and Stephen Wright. Wright had a great second quarter, and Cole will come back in, try and follow that up with a strong third quarter. And in the penalty box still is Chichinski, Joshua Chichinski, and double check. So it was a cross check. It's in the NLL and in Canadian lacrosse and the U.S. lacrosse, you generally can't. But following the international rules that we use here in the IIJL, you can actually shoot from behind the goal line. One of the officials who's here today, who was also at the World Juniors in Erie, Pennsylvania, back earlier in the month. Wait, is it September now or is it August? I don't even know. It's September 1st. My goodness. Back in August, we had the World Juniors in Erie, and we had a similar situation where there was a shot from behind the net, and it is allowed. That shot gets through, but Cole got just enough of it. But yeah, the official was saying, yeah, no, in the international rules, you can shoot from behind the net. It can count, but it's not popular to shoot it like the second one that Chichinski took off the back of the goaltender. It's allowed. It will not make you many friends. The first one, though, the Around the World, was gorgeous, and it was good. That is a shot there from Marky Seneca. That is one of the roster changes. We have several players are in different jerseys than we'd originally thought. So we have them updated. Marky Seneca is wearing the number 8. The number 2, who's wearing number 2? We don't know. That's a great point. I don't think there is a number 2, but we thought there was. That's a goal. However you slice it from Ibsen. I knew I was going to almost call him Henrik Ibsen. I almost did, but it's Brider Ibsen. With that rip from the outside, the hat trick for him, and it's 12-2 for Canada. Anyway, there are a bunch of names and numbers that are different. Marky Seneca is wearing number 8. Brody Stutz is wearing number 5. Oh, he was wearing number 5 anyway. So Stutz hasn't changed. Logan Summers is in number 7. Owen Pluniak is wearing number 9, not 18. Number 9 is Pluniak, and number 18 is actually Josiah Sparks. Jackson Pragle is wearing 17. And 26 is Nathan Terrence. So everything we said that Jackson Pragle did in the first half was actually Nathan Terrence. Speaking of Nathan Terrence, there he is with the ball. Great timing, Nathan. That pass across doesn't connect, and the 30 is going to expire on Poland. Canada will go to possession, and they took a look up the floor. It looked like Michael Baranowski wanted to get it ahead and push the pace, but they decided to slow down instead. Gauthier will hand it off, and Veras will wait for the rest of the offense. Well, Findley's not waiting. He just lets one rip from the outside and enjoys that. A little celebration of that goal. Saw it one point earlier in the tournament when he scored on a shot, and one of the coaches over for Canada, Chris Fox, was saying, hey, you see, it can happen. I'm telling you, you take these shots, it can work. He's starting to feel the confidence as he goes on in this tournament. Again, following this game, we will have the other semifinal / bronze medal game. That is for the IIJL World U18 Championship, also here at the Classic Rink in East Aurora, which we're enjoying very much. That will pit Poland against the United States. The winner to go on to play Canada tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the gold medal matchup. Our final game tomorrow will be Australia-Canada in the Women's World Junior Lacrosse Championship, the first ever Women's World Championship in box lacrosse. put on by IIJL is for women under 21 years of age. Actually, several of the members of the Australian team did try out for their team that is going to the World Lacrosse Box Championship in September in Utica. It's a hard bouncer from Davies. A few of them were saying they were told, go play with the juniors, develop, and keep trying to move forward in the game of box lacrosse. They are loving it. It's so much fun to watch them play. We're going to get a dose of that tomorrow at 6 p.m. And that's going to be an illegal pick by Owen Adderday. And I don't think there was a whole Attaway. Sorry. I don't think there's a whole lot of question about it. It was a big palm forward shove to knock over the Canadian forward. After they had gained possession, here's Tuchinski getting a pick there from Marky Seneca. It's out front, but couldn't be handled by Kurdzalek. Eventually, Tuchinski gets it back. Or sorry, that's Pluniak. Tuchinski thinking about a jumping dunk attempt. Wasn't there, so he hands it off. And that shot was stopped. And here's Canada. Gould pass ahead. A nice trail check play there. Beck does eventually comes away with the ball. Flips it back, but that pass doesn't connect. And Colin Costal is on the run. Oh, he had a lane to the net, but it was taken away. Good hustle by Canada to get a forward or a couple forwards off the floor. That allowed Baranyeski to come over and block that lane. There's a shot, another save. This one by Caleb Jenkins. As expected, Jenkins has come in for the second half of this game. Charlie Graham, an excellent first half for Canada. Jenkins will try to keep things rolling behind the Canadian defense. There's a nice pass out front. One hand around the back by Ibsen. That one's stopped by Cole. Gets the ball back and flips it out front. Three poles converge on the lone Canadian. Boyd, I think, was trying to get that one. Spin inside by Findlay. He'll get it out to Bell. He's going to fire one. That's right in the arm, between the arm and chest of Ethan Cole, who squeezes it tight and leaves it there for Caden Hayes. He's moving a lot better than he did after taking a shot off the foot or ankle in the first half. Showing his toughness to stay out there. Tulk on the run. Oh, nice cross-body shot there by Tulk under some pressure from Nathan Terrence on the back check. Canada comes away with it again. Eustace grabbing possession. Eustace fighting through the check. Gets through, rips it, it scores! Eustace just beating the 30-second clock. Some on the Polish bench are complaining, arguing that the buzzer went. It did not. The ball was clearly in before the 30-second clock expired. It was close, but it was in. No question. So Eustace, I believe that's a hat trick for him. What a game this young man is having. Bit of a delayed and muted celebration by the Canadians. They first of all weren't sure that the ball had gone in time, but it was made clear that it had. Also, it's making it 14-2, so probably not going to get too fired up at this point. McKellar hands it off there. Joshua Bell trotting into the far side. Findlay, he's going to fire one. It was stopped again by Ethan Cole. Big battle along the boards. The one Canadian against three Polish players. And he's going to come away with possession as Findlay was pushed to the floor. I guess play was blown in. I didn't hear it, but obviously Findlay and I both missed it. Yeah, no, here it wasn't blown in. They just kind of started playing. But so many players started going, and then nothing happened. And then eventually the whistle did get blown to say, no, you got to wait. There's a hard rip. Oh, we may have a little stop. It's just going to roll in. That's a goal. That's a tough break for Ethan Cole because he got hit in the upper chest, right up around the throat. And you could see he was shaken up and didn't realize the ball was just trickling past. Yeah, you can see he drops to one knee. Nice effort trying to get back there and get that one out by Caden Guillaume. One of the Polish coaches is out and not entirely agreeing with the call. Obviously felt play should have been blown down when his goalie was shaken up. Looks like Gould and Guillaume were thinking about going paper, rock, scissors, but they will go with the more traditional clamp face-off approach. Ball bouncing around. Nobody able to control until it's eventually grabbed there by Poland. And they're going to drive into the offensive zone. Guillaume will peel off as they set up the O. Here's Caleb Hubert. Thinking about a rip. Fabian Hall is there blocking him off. Bounce shot. Oh, it's off the post, I believe. With all the changes to the roster we got at halftime, we're trying to figure out who number 2 is. As he is tracking that one down. He knocks it loose, gets after it, but will remain with Canada. They've only got 5 left on the shot clock. Boyd over to Eustace, gets away from him, and that's going to do it for the 30. He'll be scooped up there by Ethan Cole. Oh, Clark with a chance. He'll score. That is a tough break for Ethan Cole because he could have just let the ball roll to him, and it would have been a 30-second violation. But he didn't know that. I mean, there's no way for him to know with that shot clock behind him. So he played the ball. It winds up getting loose, and it is tucked home for a Canadian goal. Gould and Guillaume. They've had some pitched battles, and Guillaume, a nice job to get that clamp and rake and rip it right out all the way back to Brody Stutz. Will hand it off. Little underhand flip pass from Josiah Sparks. Here's Tuchinski. He'll face the double team defense, but fights through and gets a shot off. It goes wide of the net. Gauthier, pretty sweet spinning toe drag. And he's going to lead it ahead. Great pass. And the finish. Cole got a bunch of it, but that is a pretty goal for Austin Tulk. What a play to start it off at the other end of the floor by Caleb Gauthier. We got just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp. This is the IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship. Check out Gearfire. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. Gearfire. Just go to gearfire.com. Here's Ibsen. Pass doesn't quite connect immediately, but it is picked up eventually. And there's the pass to the back door. Finley gets flattened and will get called for the crease violation. Canada will get the possession, and it's going to go down into the deep corner with Findlay. Instead of up a little higher with Cooper Kennedy, who they skip past. Now Kennedy will get it and pops away from him. He manages to get it up, spins around. The ball is knocked back the other way. They're going to say a touch. I actually thought it would be an over and back because the Polish player swatted at the Canadian stick, at the stick of Cooper Kennedy, but I didn't think he actually touched the ball. I just think it hit the stick and that's it. But here's Ibsen driving to the net, shoots, save, clamping the feet together was Ethan Cole. With Ibsen trying to go 5-hole, we are down coming into the final couple minutes of the third quarter. Remember, at 9 o'clock tonight, we'll wrap up day 4 of these championship tournaments here at the Classic Rink in East Aurora. That will be the U18 semifinal / bronze medal game. And the winner of these games goes to the gold medal championship game. Those are tomorrow, U16s at noon, U18s at 3. The losers of the games tonight will receive bronze medals for the IIJL World U16s and U18s. Here goes Austin Tulk. He's got a taste for scoring and he wants more. He's going to shoot far side. Nice save by Ethan Cole. As Tulk tried that similar play earlier in the game, was turned aside. Did get the beautiful finish on the gorgeous pass across floor, the diagonal pass from Caleb Gauthier. Park down low. Joshua Bell keeps it moving. Sidearm ripped by Beck. That goes off, I think, a defender in front. The clock wasn't reset, so it didn't get through to the goalie, Cole. Ibsen will blast one. That did get through with a couple seconds left on the shot clock and results in a fresh 30. Findley's going to let it go. Somebody was yelling, shoot it, shoot it. That was not a popular decision with the folks on the bench because they had a reset that could have used the time. As the player, just like, I heard shoot, shoot. I was just following directions. Into the final 30 of this third quarter. Canada gets it back. Radneski whips it ahead. Long pass caught by Cowett. He's going to turn back to the left. Spin away from a check. And then Canada will set up. The shot clock is off. We've got 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball gets loose. Canada Veras may have one final chance as he goes to Ibsen, who rips it, and that may have hit his teammate in the crease as Findley had fallen down and didn't like getting hit with that shot. We're going to have a penalty. And we are going to take a quick break for the intermissions. We are going to go to the fourth quarter. Just want to let you know that IIJL is the International Indoor Junior Lacrosse. You can go to IIJL.org. It was founded in 2016 by member nations Canada, the Canadian Lacrosse League, and United States, USA Indoor Lacrosse. As an independent international association, the IIJL established and administers the only international box lacrosse championships for players 20 years of age and younger. Currently, the IIJL holds 4 championships annually: the World Juniors, the World U18s, and the World U16s that we're playing right now, and the IIJL Women's World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Canada won the junior men's title in Erie, Pennsylvania last month, as we've established it is now September. And this year, the first ever Women's World Juniors by the IIJL is taking place. There have been 3 games between Australia and Canada. The Australian team is an absolute delight. They have put so much into this to coming here, and they are so much fun to watch. Canada has played some terrific lacrosse. The first game played on Thursday night. Australia with a huge 10-5 win. There were girls on that team, say young women, I guess. They call themselves girls. They're all 20 and younger. They were in tears on the floor. It meant so much to them to be a part of the first ever Australian women's box lacrosse team playing an international event, to be part of the first ever international women's box lacrosse championship, that world championship that IIJL is sponsoring, or is putting on, and to get that first win on their first night. It was absolutely massive. Players like Taylor Voicey and just a great group of players. The next 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, Canada came back really strong, posted a couple of wins. It's a 4-game total goals series, which means that Canada, having won the last 2 games, they did actually pull ahead in the overall goals. Going into the last game tomorrow, the Australians will need to win by a certain margin. We'll figure that all out, have it ready for you tomorrow. But that will be the 6 p.m. game tomorrow. That is going to be fun. You should watch it. If you haven't seen any of the women's games yet, watch. The future is bright for Australian women's box lacrosse, and this young Canadian team has really come on strong through the course of this tournament. Right now, though, back to the semi/bronze game for the U16 championship, and Canada has possession. They have a 17-2 lead, and they have a power play. Nice stop there, and another one. That's one of the unorthodox ones, but what a great save. And then the pass ahead by Stephen Wright. Neither of his teammates who were running ahead realized the ball was coming. They could have grabbed it and gone for a break. They go for a change instead, and Canada sets up on the D again. Ibsen's at the top. He's going to let that one fly. Saved by Stephen Wright. Oh, careful when you turn around. You don't want to let it pop into your net. It was stuck in the leg pad, though, and Stephen Wright makes the save. It remains 17-2 for Canada. They are certainly looking good for a rematch with the U.S. team that beat them earlier today in the final double round robin game. You know the U.S. are enjoying not having to play this second game today. That game will be at noon tomorrow. Live and free on YouTube on the IIJL World U16 Championship YouTube page. Each of the tournaments has its own page. The U18s have their page. The Women's World Juniors has its page. You can find it all, though, under IIJL on YouTube. And the links are all over on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Wherever you find your lacrosse information. Pass across doesn't quite connect for Canada. They've still got a few seconds left on this power play. That will come to a close, and we're back to even strength. Hard shot by Reed Davies. One's turned aside by Wright. Long outlet pass. Just too long. Tuchinski thought he might have got a goal there, as it kind of fooled Caleb Jenkins, who was looking, as we all were, at the pass. It turned into a shot as it got past the player it was intended for. Canada back into the offensive zone. Ibsen coming out as the 5th attacker will get the ball here. Hard sidearm rip by Bell. Chance ahead. They make the pass. It's just a little bit high and behind there from Josiah Sparks as he was trying to get it to Marky Seneca. That's a nice catch by Cowett. He's got a man off the bench. It's Veras. Oh, great hustle back by number 2 for Poland to disrupt that one. Here's Tuchinski running the floor. I'm not sure if he intended to pass that or thought about passing it, tried to pull it down, but it got away from him. Rolls to the end of the floor, and he's going to lose possession. Well, it's going to be a contested ball here. Pretty big swing by Caleb Hubert. He was trying to fell a tree. Tuchinski tries to get it. It goes straight to Reed Davies, though, and Davies will trot forward over center. Hey, somebody's in the music around here on the facility is talking about lumberjacks after we just saw a lumberjack-like chop. I have no idea what the song is going on. Seems to be a bit of a mix. That one's picked up off the boards. A spinning quick release. Nice effort there from Joshua Bell. Now the outlet pass to Marky Seneca. He's going to have a 2-hopper. Picks it up. Stopped by Caleb Jenkins, who remains sharp. Stay tuned post-game. We will have the Player of the Game awards presented, one to each team, as well as the bronze medals to the team that does not win this game. There's a goal for Canada. They've gone a little bit quiet, but they managed to connect again and make it 18-2. The bronze medal ceremony is presented by Gearfire. Gearfire, the proud sponsor of the IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship bronze medal ceremony. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. Gearfire. Canada with possession. We're 5.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Canada tries to get that ball down. Davies over right on the far side. Here towards Boyd. Just a few seconds left on the shot clock, so Bell will rip one. That's stopped by Stephen Wright. Picked off there by Baranyeski. He finds the cutting Ibsen on the far side. Oh, it's a goal. I thought Wright had it, but Ibsen will bury one again instead. Canada comes away with possession after this faceoff. Huntendier Gould was going to stay out for a shift, but he heads to the bench. That brings out Cooper Kennedy as the fifth attacker. He wants the pass in the middle. It's not going to be forthcoming. Ibsen spinning, cuts underneath, spins back the other way. 7 left on the shot clock. Cooper Kennedy's now going to run back in transition defense. But a chance for Wagner here. Nice job cutting across. We're going to have a check from behind on Beck, who will give a tap in the back to Nicholas Wagner. What a run by Wagner, though.
Penalties on Canada, number 16. 2 minutes checking from behind.
So it'll be 2 minutes for checking from behind. That's a pretty clear call. Don't think they're going to mind too much taking that penalty. Miller Beck. Pull into the power play. We've got just under 7 to go here in the fourth quarter. Snagged by Jenkins. Canada slows it down in the offensive zone, gets away from Davies, and is picked off. Nice job grabbing that ball by Charlie Macy. They get things going into the offensive zone. That pass doesn't connect, and Gauthier with a big bump on Tuchinski. Gauthier will grab that one. He's got Rudneski way up the floor. Oh, what a pass. Rips it ahead. Rudneski, nobody near him. He's going to go to the net. Scores. Just sneaks it by. You can hear Stephen Wright get part of it, but not quite enough. And Canada extends that lead to 20-2. Talked about the IIJL and its member nations as founding nations were the U.S. Indoor Lacrosse, and the CLL, the Canadian Lacrosse League, which was founded in 2016. It's a nonprofit organization dedicated to the establishment of the first major junior lacrosse league in Canada. As a founding member of the IIJL, the CLL represents Canada at the 4 World Championships. We've talked about the IIJL tournaments, the World Juniors, World Women's Juniors, or Women's World Juniors, U18s, and this event right now that we're playing, the U16 Worlds, here at East Aurora, the Classic Rink, and McKellar has the ball. He's going to feed it ahead to Davies, who almost caught that, even though it was a very tough pass to handle. Poland will come back the other way. Colin Costal with the ball. They've got 11 left on the power play. That's going to be dropped and probably eat up the rest of it, though. Baranyeski goes after it. McKellar comes away with the ball. Little collision between a pair of Canadian teammates. They manage things, though. Vera is circling behind the net. Out to Ibsen. And that one's in. You can see up in the between the benches on the far side, we have Chloe Breen, event photographer. You can check her out on Instagram at Chloe Breen Images. That's Breen. There she is, standing along the boards there, doing fantastic work and some great shots. Very talented young photographer. Pleased to have her on board. She joins us up in the booth here once in a while for some shots from up above. She gets all kinds of great angles from all over the facility. Little flip pass back there. Nice effort from Owen Pluniak. Didn't quite work out. Actually, it will. It will lead to a break as Tuchinski comes the other way. He's got Seneca ahead. Oh, Seneca with a shot off the leg of Caleb Jenkins. Seneca was just like, get me the ball. I'm wide open. Players are filing in for our next game. That will be the 9 p.m. semi/bronze medal game. Poland and the U.S. in the U18 division. The U.S. again played earlier today, lost an 18-17 thriller in overtime to Canada. Canada at that point, as we got to overtime, had already well clinched their berth in the final because they'd won the first game between the two teams by 8 goals. But still, it was an absolutely exciting game to watch. Here's Veras. He's going to take one on the run and sneaks it by right as we're into the final 3 minutes, and Canada extends that lead to 22-2. Canada with a possession off the draw. Stay with us for the post-game player of the game presentations and the bronze medals to be handed out in just over 2 minutes of playing time. Davies steps around to check. Going to let that one fly. Did that get a piece of the goal? It did not. It just went wide. So Canada down to 5 on the shot clock. Fabian Hall shoots. I was pulling for the big guy. He has had a strong game defensively. He gets an offensive shift and a blast from the outside. And they have him at the door. He is the first guy going back out next. So be ready for Fabian Hall. He's getting direction of what to do. They want him to get a chance here because he has really put an effort in this tournament and in this game. He has been outstanding. There's a pass out front. Doesn't quite connect as it gets away from Josiah Sparks. Knocked down by Rudneski. Somebody's got to get to the bench and get Fabian Hall out there. That's Rudneski. They're saying, yeah, get it to him. He's going to let it rip. Big save, Stephen Wright. They get it back. Back out. Oh, it just missed by Hall. That's going to be an over and back. It is. Hall's on the door again. See if Canada gets the ball back. We're into the final minute of play. Tuchinski backpedaling. Getting a pick from Seneca. Shot by Tuchinski. Nice job pouncing on the rebound by Caleb Jenkins. As someone was in reaching for it, which you're allowed to do. McKellar has it. They're going to fire it ahead to Fabian Hall. He catches it. Steps around. Oh, it just gets knocked away. Nice hustle back by Charlie Macy. Hall will get it. Ibsen didn't realize somebody was coming to check him as we're into the final 24 seconds. Poland possession. 15 to go. Nicholas Wagner will just step up over center. Tosses it ahead, and the final score is going to be 22-2. Poland will receive their bronze medals. Following this game, we'll have the player of the game presentations. And Canada will go on for the rubber match as they split their double round robin games with the United States here at the IIJL World U16 Championship. So it will all be decided tomorrow at noon when these teams face off. Again, tonight we've got one more, U.S. and Poland, looking to see who will advance to the U18 final. That will be held tomorrow at 3. That will pick Canada against the winner of tonight's game. So that'll wrap things up for this game, but stick around. We do have the player of the game presentations and the bronze medal ceremony brought to you by Gearfire, the proud sponsor of the IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship bronze medal ceremony. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. Gearfire. Chloe Breen is out there ready to take the photos for the presentation. I believe we're setting things up over on the far side. Oh, here comes the table. That will be Drew Pollock and Tydrell Ansley. Tydrell playing for the US U18 team. And Drew Petkoff, who does so much here at the tournament. He runs All Access Lacrosse in Atlanta, Georgia, his adopted home.
Your players of the game.
We'll start with the Poland player of the game, Caden Guillaume. Caden Guillaume getting the player of the game for Poland. What a tournament he has had, battling constantly at the face-off circle. And for Canada in this game, Caden Eustace. Cason Eustace. Big game for Eustace. Really fast start. Played well throughout. Drew Petkoff will hand him his lovely player of the game plaque. He and Guillaume will get together for it was going to be a handshake. It's going to be a picture. And then the handshake comes after. Well done to both of those young men and both of these teams. Poland will receive their bronze medals. Canada is looking forward to playing for gold tomorrow. We have an hour and 27 minutes until we start our final game of the evening. That will be Poland and the United States for the IIJL U18 World Championship to see who gets on. And the print medals will be presented to Poland. That's Marky Seneca receiving medals from his medal from Drew Petkoff, And Graham D'Alvia, the vice president of the IIJL and the president of U.S. Indoor Lacrosse, gave the medal to Colin Kostel, Joshua Tuchinski, and Owen Pluniak receiving their medals. Blake Warchocki, number 10 for Poland. Ethan Cole, one of the goaltenders for the Poles. Get it from Graham D'Alvia there. Caden Guillaume still holding his Player of the Game plaque. Nicholas Wagner gets his medal number 13. There's number 12, Caleb Hubert. 11 is Caden Hayes. Big smile for the camera. Number 15 was Charlie Macy, who took his stick with him. I like that. Nathan Terrence smiled and paused, but didn't stop walking. He just kind of kept moving through his photo. Got Brody Stutz, Marky Seneca. Or sorry, that was 20. That was Owen Adway. Here's Nicholas Wagner. Or sorry, 18, not 13. That was Josiah Sparks. And Aiden McLeod, followed by the coaching staff. That is Poland, your bronze medal winners at the IIJL World U16 Lacrosse Championship 2024. Gearfire is the proud sponsor of the IIJL U16 bronze medal ceremony. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. Check out gearfire.com. Now we will have the Canadian anthem to wrap things up for the first semifinal / bronze game of the evening.